Greenhouse 1. Rick got the door unjammed a couple days ago. The door handle itself froze. It wouldn't move, and there was weather stripping in the door, and the weather stripping here was wet, so around the door. It had rained right before. I think this was the same for everybody. It rained before that cold snap hit, so it soaked the front of the door, and then it got really windy and cold, and that was it. I couldn't get back in here. So the low was 35. That's the coldest it got in here, and that was the day. It was like, I think, 26 below zero. It really struggled. I had reset heaters. I have heat mats in here, 2 of them set for 50. So they only come on if it drops below 50 in here. And then I have this heater that if the big heater stops working or wasn't keeping up, then the little heater comes on. So it got cold enough to where both heat mats, the little heater, and the big monster heater down here, they were all on. And I was grateful that I had set it the way I did. Got a poinsettia for $1 at Home Depot. I thought it might do better in here. I don't think poinsettias like dry, warm houses. I think that's why most of them don't make it. So I came in here because I have passion flower that's gone dormant. I'm going to stick it down in the heat mat. Still a bit green, but it's just taking up space in the house, and I have room for it down there. I have a passion flower coming up in here, which I must have thought this was a dead pot. It might show up on film. I can't really see it. But there's room back there for another pot. So I'm going to stick the passion flower in here and get out of my house so I have more room. Because, of course, did I mention I went to Home Depot? We stocked up on Christmas lights for next year. And plants and dirt and, you know, all the things that I needed to continue. The things that were struggling before the storm were the only things that were struggling after the storm. This flat leaf parsley is blooming, but it's been struggling since I dug it up and brought it in here. From what I can gather, the thing likes to be wet. So if it starts to dry out, it gets really wilty, and it's fairly forgiving. Alright, I'm going to turn you guys off and finish what I was doing in here. This Elysium loved the cold snap. Whenever I've moved Elysium in the past, it dies back for a few weeks and then reflushes, and I believe that's what's happened to this one. It's gotten comfortable in its new spot. It makes me happy. Okay, doggies, time to go to bed. Come on, get in there. Come on, doggies, get in there. Shoo. Shoo. Well, actually, I was thinking you could sleep in your own house tonight. You gonna sleep in the big house? You guys going to the big house? Or are you just playing with me? Our birds love to play with me at bedtime. They remind me of toddlers. Oh, there's Chilo. Poor guy, man. Look at that vibrating butt. Crazy bird. That's why I said he's going through puberty. He got me good today in the hand. Yep, they are sleeping in the big house. And look at these birds. They are ready for bed. Okay, you two need to get inside. Shoo, get in there. All right, I'm going to turn you off and shoo some birds with 2 hands. Now it works. I got the power turned off in here. We're finally above freezing for the next week. I'm stoked when I don't have to run power. This is motion sensor light, which I appreciate. Greenhouse 2 is a mixed bag. I uncovered it today. It is. There's in the middle, it looks good still. Around the sides, it's a little bit burnt, but when I went through and pulled lettuce, I did pull around the sides of the greenhouse. And I gave some to the chickens. Good at sweeping a little tree. So we'll go take a look at the greenhouse next time I'm in there. Isn't it pretty? Oh good, these trees are on. One tree's on, the other tree's not on yet. Oh, bummer, I don't get to get it. They're sensor lights. But the other tree looks like this one. They're sensor lights, they're new. They're little weeping pines. First year here. I mentioned Home Depot. Look at this little panda succulent. The color on that is just beautiful, and it goes nice in that pot. That was Home Depot. This is new, Home Depot. The tag literally says succulent. I'll have to lens it. Take a picture and use the lens. This one's new. And I got some new begonias. And a couple new air plants. Begonia Rex. The leaves on these are just incredible. So let's see if I can keep them alive. I am sticking with the air plants that are doing well in my house rather than buying a I'm not sure and losing it. So anything that I bought that hasn't done well in the house, I didn't purchase again. I love air plants. But there are a couple of varieties that do really well for me. And I had a couple that came up missing while it was on the deck. I had an exact replica of this one, but a year or two more grown in. So that's last year's, and then this one's this year's. So that's how much it's grown since last year. So air plants are very similar to succulents. It says air plant. Although I do know they come in many different varieties. Okay, this is me signing off. Robinette from Garden Extra.